Hi there, welcome to Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbao. Now, tension is rising between the National Sports Authority and the Chief Executive Officer of the Tarkwa Nsuaem Municipal Assembly over the management of the newly built TnA Stadium. The stadium, which was constructed with an investment of over $16 million by the Goldfields Ghana Foundation, was handed over to the National Sports Authority in August for management. However, the MCE of Tarkwa Nsuaem, Benjamin Kessie, has accused the NSA of mismanagement and has since taken control of the facility from them. He has established a committee to oversee the management and maintenance of the stadium, which also serves as the home ground for former champions, Ghana Premier League champions, Mediama Sporting Club. Now, in response to this, Charles Amofa, the head of public relations at the National Sports Authority, has denied the allegations of mismanagement and reaffirmed the NSA's control over the facility.
I can say this on authority that the facility is still under the management of the National Sports Authority. And so it's a surprise to us that, the MCE is saying that they are taking over the management of the facility. And we are the ones managing the facility. The Sports Act, we've always been managing state sponsors sporting facilities across the country. And TnA Park is no exception. It's always have been, under the management of the Sports Authority.
With what has been happening lately, what assurances can the NSA give the public for us to, as it were, bring back some confidence in the public about the NSA?
The NSA always, has been, managing facilities across the country. And so I can assure the general public that, the TnA Park is no exception. We've had the training, to be able to manage the facility. We've always been managing it. It was just handed to the Goldfields Ghana, Foundation to do an upgrade or a reconstruction of the facility. And after the reconstruction, they duly handed it over to the authority to sort of manage it. And so we've also given that opportunity to the RCC to also nominate, reps who will work with us. So that, it's within the community, and we cannot do it without the community. And so this whole brouhaha, I think, these are two state agencies, Sports Authority, RCC. So I know in the coming days we'll be able to sit down and have a resolution to this issue.
Now, a member of the committee that the Municipal Chief Executive Officer has put together to take over management of the facility is Eben Adu, and he joins me via Zoom now for more on this very situation. Eben, thank you very much for your time tonight on Prime Sports. I understand that you visited the facility today, you held a meeting and visited the facility today, and also took charge of some keys, as far as, access to the facility is concerned. What can you share with us as far as the status of your committee is concerned? Are you now the regional managers of the facility? Hello, Ebenezer, if you can hear me, and you can unmute yourself so we can hear you. Hello, Ebenezer, can you hear me? All right, we are trying to establish some connection with Ebenezer now. And just like we mentioned, the facility was constructed by Goldfields Ghana Foundation to the tune of some $16 million. And it used to be a normal park that has been renovated to this level, as you can see on your screen. And the foundation handed it over to the National Sports Authority to manage it, but there's been concerns about the state of the facility just about a month after its commissioning and handing over, and that has forced the Municipal Assembly and members of the community to take charge of the facility with the assurance that they are in a better position to ensure the facility is able to be in the best of shape for use. And They have since gone to the facility and taken charge, taking custody of some keys as far as the main gate and a few other, access to the facility is concerned. And we're just trying to get some clarity on what the situation is at the moment, and we'll get to that. Anyway, we'll try and connect with Eben Adu again, but to the Ghana Football Association, because they have clarified the objectives of their borehole project, emphasizing that the initiative was aimed at enhancing playing infrastructure by improving access to water for pitch maintenance. Now, the project, formally titled the GFA Borehole Project, was funded through specific grants from FIFA to the tune of over $200,000, which the Ghana Football Association requested to support playing infrastructure for clubs across the country. The communications director of the association, Henry Asante-Chum, has been offering further clarity on what the funds have been used for, particularly across the various clubs that were selected to benefit from it.
We assembled a team of technocrats. They put a proposal together. We told FIFA we want to go into borehole to provide adequate water for the maintenance of these pitches. Now, FIFA sent their representative, the head of FIFA in Africa, Wak Diop from Senegal, to come and inspect. We earmarked a number of sites: Division 1 League centers, Women's Premier League centers, and game centers in the various regions. Now, of the recce that we did, about 8 different pitches qualified to benefit from this borehole project. So we wrote back to FIFA. Then they asked us to put the final document together. We sent it to Zurich, and it was approved. We had a borehole. I think we had 6 in Pram Pram, our technical center. We constructed a borehole at Teshi Mats Park for Women's Premier League. We did one in the Eastern region at the Deu Park. We did one in Kukrentumi for a Division 2 game center, which is now being used by a Division 1 side. In Kumasi, we did Wesco Park, Prempeh College. In Sunyani, we did the Sunyani Technical University. We did the Sunyani Coronation Park. In Brekum, we did the Golden City Park in Brekum. In the Central region, we did the Swedru Park. We also did the Soccer Intellectuals Park. In Sekondi, we did the Jendu Park. In Tamale, we did the Tamale Sports Stadium. In Boliga, where we currently have our technical directorate, or our academy in Wikongo, near Boliga, we did 2 at the Bogatanga Senior High School, because the regional FA used that venue as a game center for juvenile leagues and women's Division 1. And then we did 2 at the Wikongo Technical Center, where we currently have.
So this was all just building boreholes?
It was just about building boreholes and providing water tanks and water pumps, so that during the dry season, these facilities would have enough water to keep the grass.
Now, let's get back to that conversation where the National Sports Authority and the Municipal Chief Executive Officer of Tarkwa Nsuaem are wrestling over the management of the newly built TnA Sports Stadium. Well, that facility was constructed by the Goldfields Foundation, and after handing it over to the National Sports Authority, concerns have emerged of the state authority failing to keep the facility in the best of shape, which has forced the Municipal Assembly to now take charge of the facility. A member of the newly constituted committee to manage the facility is Eben Adu, and he joins me via Zoom for some quick chat on this very situation. Eben, thank you very much for your time. I was just asking you, can you confirm to us that indeed at the moment the committee which you are part of are the managers of the facility now?
Thanks for having me, and good evening to your cherished viewers. We've already gone to the stadium today to take charge of the stadium. So as I'm talking to you, we have some of the keys, and then the rest of the keys we understand is with the regional sports authority manager. So we've sent our report to the municipal chief executive, and then we'll see how best we get the rest of the keys. But as I'm talking to you now, the municipal assembly's security is already at the stadium, making sure that they care for the security needs of the stadium.
Well, I mean, the allegation that is made is that the National Sports Authority is not ensuring the proper maintenance of the facility. They've released a statement today. We've spoken to the head of public relations, and they have denied that emphatically, that they are indeed keeping it in the best of shape. I mean, hearing this from them, what then is the basis for your, taking control of the facility from them?
Well, me and you, the two of us are in Ghana, and we know the state of the various sports stadia. I mean, you can see that Tamale, as I'm talking to you now, is nothing to write home about. A Sipon Sports Stadium is already at a deplorable state that there is no even competition going on there. As I'm talking to you now, Cape Coast is closed down, Accra is closed down, and then Kumasi is closed down. And the Tarkwa TnA facility is originally a community facility. So if it is a community facility, then it means that it is for the community, and the community should have all the benefit out of it. And we will not look on for the stadium to be in that state that the other stadia in Ghana are. So the municipal chief executive, in his own wisdom, realized that if the municipal assembly does not put things together to make sure that the stadium is managed and managed properly, then the state of the stadium will be just like the others that we have in Ghana. So he came up with this committee. Our mandate is just for a month, and we are not actually the ones that are going to manage the stadium, but we are going to come up with a blueprint to make sure that the best practices that is done all over the world is being done here as well in Ghana, to make sure that our facility can be in good shape. As I'm talking to you now, if you go to some of the washrooms at the stadium, you just say that, is it a facility that has been in existence for only a month old? Because some of the places you cannot even enter because of the stinks that are there. And we think that if we don't get hold of the facility, then we are going to have the facility is going to be in the same fate as the others that are in Ghana. So, but
Eben, yeah. I mean, officially though, the Goldfields Foundation handed the facility over to the National Sports Authority. When that was done, your member of parliament was there, your MCE was there, the sports minister was there, and in fact, per the laws of the country, the act that establishes the National Sports Authority, they have the mandate to manage state facilities, sporting facilities. So someone is asking, what is the locus, the basis beyond your fear that they might not manage the facility properly? Beyond that, legally, what is the basis for you going to the facility to take the keys and to, as you say, reclaim the facility on behalf of the community? Legally, what's the basis?
Ms. Bao, I think that the municipal assembly is just like a government agency, just like the sports authority, isn't it? And as I told you, the stadium was built by Goldfields through their foundation, and they built a stadium for the community. So the Tarkwa TnA Stadium, it's not just like the other ordinary ones that, like a Sipon, like Kumasi, that the government built. It was built by Goldfields, and even though, as you're saying, they handed over the stadium to the NSA, they handed over the stadium to the NSA in conjunction with the municipal assembly. Let me tell you this. When they were building the stadium, all stakeholders' engagement was done through the municipal assembly. And almost every contract that we signed with the stakeholders around, especially the communities around, it is with the municipal assembly that did it. So why is it that a stadium that is for the community is being managed by the NSA? And we are saying that we don't want our stadium in Tarkwa to be for the same state as that of Sipon, that of Tamale, and we know the record of the National Sports Authority. So,
I mean, Eben, just finally though, what would you want to hear from the National Sports Authority, or what would you want them to do to give you the kind of confidence you need that they can indeed manage the facility better? What do you want to see from them or hear from them for you to have the faith and allow them to do their job?
At the moment, there is no faith. The whole community is behind the IMC that the municipal chief executive has formed. What we're going to do is that, as I said, we've been tasked to come up with a blueprint to make sure that the best practices that are being done all over the world is being done here, because we cannot just look on for a facility that has been given to us just a month old to just be in the same state that the others. So for us as a committee, we're taking instruction from the municipal chief executive. We are going to make sure that we put down the blueprint to make sure that we get agencies or good agencies, just like it is done in Wembley, just like it is done in the FMB, just like it is done in the Cairo International Sports Stadium, for the people of Tarkwa to enjoy good football in sanity, very good, serene condition. Today, when we went to the stadium, can you imagine that the whole seat was dusty? Even the conference room that we had a meeting was dusty. We need to clean it ourselves. There was only one security person there and only one person from the sports authority there. It shows that the same practices that they are keeping at the various stadia is the same practices that they are going to bring to Tarkwa. And I think that the best way for the community to enjoy good football in Tarkwa is to make sure that we manage the stadium and manage it well. As I'm talking to you now, there is not even water, common water, at the Tarkwa TnA Park. And that is another big issue that is at the stadium. And if we don't take care, all this stench, all these leakages will keep on piling up. And by the time we realize our Tarkwa TnA Park or the Tarkwa TnA Stadium will be just like the others. So it is not something that we are fighting the NSA of. We are saying that we are putting up better management practices to make sure that we keep the stadium in good shape for the people of Tarkwa.
Well, thank you.
Sporting Club plays. Mediama Sporting Club plays each year.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to leave it here. We'll have to leave it here, Eben, and we'll have to leave it here and say thank you for your time, and we hope that you can come to a good resolution with the National Sports Authority for the proper maintenance of the facility.